Now, onto a story we highlighted for you at the onset of this broadcast. The Independence, Electoral and Boundaries Commission want part of the 2027 general election funds to be allocated in the 2025-2026 budget to begin preparations for the 2027 poll. The Electoral Agency, while appearing before the National Assembly Justice and Legal Affairs Committee, requested for at least 15 billion shillings to facilitate procurement of digital kits. Meanwhile, the State Department for Social Protection wants Parliament to avail 16 billion shillings for the cash transfer program, cautioning a delay in disbursement of the funds could see the elderly miss out on the monthly stipend starting March.
The IEBC projects a budgetary requirement of 61 billion shillings for the 2027 general elections and now want the allocation and disbursement to be staggered in the next 3 years. Appearing before the National Assembly Justice and Legal Affairs Committee, the Electoral Agency implored on Parliament to avail at least 15 billion shillings of the general elections budget in the 2025-2026 financial year to facilitate preparations.
The non-allocation of 2025-26, it is true that is in respect to the general election budget. That's why we are requesting that some amount is actually brought forward to that financial year 25-26. So there are some activities which we can do.
In the financial year 2025-2026, the National Treasury has not allocated any monies for the general elections and projects to allocate 55 billion shillings starting 2026-2027. The Electoral Agency, however, wants the funds availed early to facilitate procurement of new digital kits and new technology.
Why are you replacing all of them? Because these are electronic hardware. We would expect that some of them that are usable will be used. So, just like any other Kenyan, I would want to understand why you're replacing all the kids' kits. And you know, there's always a lot of controversy around technology in elections.
Any technology above 10 years is obsolete. So the 45,000 kids' kits will be obsolete by the general election.
The IEBC targets to register 5.7 million new voters ahead of the next general elections. Meanwhile, the State Department of Social Protection now wants Parliament to avail 16 billion shillings to facilitate the cash transfer program. Principal Secretary Joseph Motari told the National Assembly Social Protection Committee that the ministry had exhausted its budget and the elderly may fail to receive their money starting March if Parliament fails to intervene.
We don't have about 16 billion that we are supposed to pay our old and vulnerable people as from 20 of March all the way to July. We've exhausted our ceiling, we've exhausted our budget.
Similarly, Child Welfare Society of Kenya has decried defunding, saying the welfare of rescued children is at risk. Gishoke Washira, Prime Edition.